Sandy says read, and welcome to the channel. You guys, today we are going to continue with the alphabet tag, and we're up to the letter K. K is for kindness. Although, just this past week, someone has told me that the positivity and kindness that I try to exude here means that I'm living in an echo chamber. And I guess that means I suck. So sorry, guys. Sorry that it sucks and is so positive and toxic. We're going to continue with the kindness, though, and the positivity. That's just the way I roll at this channel. So we're going to continue with the K tag. The alphabet tag originated over at Jim's Books, Reading and Stuff, which is an awesome channel. I highly recommend Jim's channel. He does like cool BookTube tags and book stuff, and he even has been starting to do these short videos that include like quick, like 1-minute book reviews. I recommend it. So check him out. I will put a link to his channel in the drop-down box below. Let's dive into the K tag. And you will notice that I'm still doing it on this little piece of paper that I write on because my printer is still possessed. Printer is still not doing what I need it to do. I think I should probably throw it out. We should film like an office space type of cathartic destruction of the printer. I should just like take a Louisville Slugger to it and film that for you guys. That would not be positive, but it would be fun. All right, we're diving into the K tag. Prompt number 1, Kite Runner. Have you read The Kite Runner, and what did you think of it? I'm already failing at the K tag, you guys. I did not read The Kite Runner. I looked it up and it came out in 2003, right? It was released in 2003, the book. And in 2003, I had a lot of stuff going on in my life. I was looking for a new job, and I was trying to sell my house and trying to move to like halfway across the country from like Kansas City to Naples, Florida, because the dude I was married to was like so depressed with his life and wanted to go back to school. And so 2003 was a changing time in my life, and I don't think I got onto the Kite Runner bandwagon at any point then or after. I was just too. Moving on, prompt number 2, K is for Kafka. Which is your favorite of Kafka's novels? You guys, I remember reading Metamorphosis back in college, but I don't remember if we read the trial or if we just talked about the trial. I don't remember the castle. I don't remember like his diaries. I don't remember. So I'm going to say Metamorphosis is my favorite, just by process of elimination. Yeah. Okay. Next prompt. K is for King. Which is your favorite Stephen King novel? And I pulled this one off the shelf to show you. And let's see, it's got a glare, right? There we go. The Eyes of the Dragon. This one is like sort of young adult, as young adult as Stephen King can be, right? And this one was released, I think, in like 87, 88, around there, right? So I think I should reread it for this year's dragon content. So that might be on the dragon reading challenge list this year, since I've pulled it off the shelf. Then I've added in another K is for King, for a different King. Which is your favorite Elvis song? And then I struggled with an answer for it. but I think my favorite Elvis song right now is A Little Less Conversation. Yeah, I like that one a lot. And I like the souped up version of it. Yeah, a lot. Then let's see, K is for Kennedy. Have you done the JFK tag created by Very Literary Keri? And I haven't. You guys, I haven't even gone to check out what that is. I know this tag is like probably what 2-3 years old. I haven't even gone back to investigate and see what the JFK tag is. I didn't, but I did pick up my Robert F. Kennedy Jr. book off the shelf, and I've read this book, but I don't know if JFK and Robert F. Kennedy, I don't know if there's a connection going on. I have no idea. There we go. All right. Next prompt. K is for Kirk. Who is your favorite Star Trek character? I'm going to go with Dr. Beverly Crusher. Yay. Back when I was in college, uh, there was a group of us who lived in 500 and 501. We lived in the 2 rooms in the dorms, and we would get together and go to the truck house, we called it. We had a group of friends who were renting a house there in town. We would go to their house, I think on Saturday nights. Wasn't it shown on Saturday nights back then? I don't remember. We would go there and we would watch Star Trek. Or was it Tuesdays? We would go to the Trek house and we would all watch Star Trek: The Next Generation together. And I thought that Beverly Crusher was awesome. She was my favorite. Although, I wonder, who was your favorite Star Trek character? I wonder if I wrote that down wrong, because Kirk, K is for Kirk. I wonder if it's supposed to be who's your favorite Star Trek captain. Although Beverly Crusher would still be my favorite captain, right? Because she became captain of the Pasteur in future. I'm being a complete nerd. K is for Kindle. Next one. And it's asking what you're currently reading on your Kindle. You guys, I found my Kindle. Yeah. I've been doing some fixing the setup here. And so I got out the box of all the old tech and stuff. My Kindle was in the box of tech. Here it is. And it even has its little charger in it. Like I at least had my act together enough to keep the charger plugged into it when I put it in the box however long ago. So I could charge this thing up and download some books and read some books on my Kindle. I could if I wanted to. I'm not fond of reading books electronically unless I have to. Unless there's no other way to read the book, I will consume it that way. That's another thought for another day. Next prompt, K is for killer. What book from your reading took you into the mind of a killer? Now, just within like the past year, I've read the book Roots Down to Hell by Matthew Lewis. That one takes you into the mind of the killer because it's told from the killer's point of view. The guy, he kills his wife, like in the first chapter. It's domestic violence. He justifies it to himself. And really he loses his mind for a reason, and he kills his wife. And then her lover, there's a lot of killing right there in that first couple chapters. It's quite violent. And it's a disturbing book. It really is. And what was really disturbing to me is that at some point in the book, I was almost rooting for him to get away with it. Like there's a part where, it's kind of suspenseful and you're like, oh my gosh, he's going to get caught. Well, he should get caught, right? Yeah. So it was weird. It was disturbing. It's uncomfortable. Everything about it was very uncomfortable. Well done. Obviously, the author did a good job of making the reader uncomfortable and making the reader question themselves. I also grabbed my book, Concussive, off the shelf. Is there a big glare? Sort of, kind of. I wrote this one under my pen name, Kelsey Day, because it's not fantasy at all. It's a speculative fiction, psychological horror. You get into the mind of a killer, and it's not comfortable. It's a little bit icky, right? So it's not really my typical fare. Yeah, there you go. Okay, next, K is for kind. What kind of books don't you read? You guys, I read just about anything, right? Typically, my answer to this question would be memoirs. I don't really read a lot of memoirs, but once in a while, there's a good memoir. Like I just read Trailer Park Parable by Tyler Zed. He's got a channel here on YouTube, and that was a memoir, and it was well done. So, there's exceptions to the rule, right? I think the thing I don't read is erotica. I just don't dig it. I know it's some people's jam, and that's great. You do you, right? But I'm just not a fan of erotica. It's not my speed. Then, you guys, I added a bonus prompt saying K is for keep me in the dark. You might be wondering, what is that? Haha, I'll show you what that is. You guys, back in the 80s, Duran Duran had a side project called Arcadia, and they have an awesome, fabulous, amazing song called Keep Me in the Dark. And I'm going to read for you the lyrics to Keep Me in the Dark from the lyric sheet that was included in the album, because it's amazing and great. Here we go. Keep me in the dark. When the evening sunlight's fingers stretch across the floor, cover up your eyes with feathers, softly close the door. Take me in your heavy lips, take me where the shadows slide. The lacy intrigue. Well, that's not right. There's a line missing in the official lyrics from the album. All right, hang on, let me think. Take me in your heavy lips, take me where the shadows slide. I know you're blind for secrets, turning fast and loose. The lacy intrigue of this weekend should not be abused. You can take me where you want, but could you take me all the time? Away, oh, wait a little longer, don't go too far. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't like you keeping me in the dark. Tender is the truce I'm tasting, but watching you dictates heady nights of sleepless wasting, a face I can't escape. We could wave the world goodbye to all the boys, cheerio. Away, oh, wait a little longer, don't go too far. I wouldn't lie, I wouldn't like you keeping me in the dark. Help me, 'cause I'm sinking deeper. Tell me what to say. When without words you call me closer, each time you turn away. Something inside you cries, but is it something I'll never find? Away. Oh, wait a little longer before we go too far. I wouldn't lie. I wouldn't like to think you were keeping me in the dark. Thumbs up for the K tag in the alphabet. You guys, that's it. Please subscribe to the channel. And please invite your friends to subscribe to the channel, because this is a channel where we do bookish things and read lyrics from songs. That's it, you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in.